Now, zooming out, how far did you get with your education?
I dropped out my freshman year of college.
And care to share the name of the school and the reason for that decision making?
So I went to Clark Atlanta University. I dropped out because I just was tired of people like having money around me, and I was so fucking broke. Like, I was calling my mom asking her to cash out me $20, $5, $10. I really just was trying to smoke weed. So I just was broke as hell. And I used to keep seeing people that had so much money. I'm like, what do you do? And they're like, I do hair. So at that moment, I literally packed up my dorm room. Well, not at that moment, but it took a little time. Packed up my dorm room. Didn't tell nobody. And it was a snowstorm in Atlanta. And the security guard wouldn't even let me park in front of the door. But that's when I knew that I had to drop out. Like, I felt like the devil was trying to put up so many obstacles. I knew that's what I was supposed to do. So I just packed up my car. I didn't tell nobody, and I dropped out.
Now, did you complete the entire freshman year?
So I was in the Army. So when I graduated high school, when everybody was starting their freshman year, I was still in training. So I didn't start school until spring semester. So I did spring semester and fall semester to complete my first freshman year. But I didn't go back in the spring to start my sophomore year, if that makes sense.
And how far did you get with the U.S. Army?
I was in the Army for 4 years. I was a specialist, a 92 Yankee supply. They wanted me to go to sergeant school. They had signed me up, but I was not going for that. I had to go and get on. My mental health was not up to par for the Army. I had to go.
And was that an honorable discharge?
Yes, it wasn't dishonorable. It was just a regular discharge. I had told them a lot was going on in my life. I needed to get out. I couldn't focus, so they let me out.
And was that the length of the contract as well, 4 years?
So I went in 2015 and I left in 2019. It was a 4-year contract with the option of a 2-year extension. So once I completed that 4 years and I wanted to discharge myself, they kind of let me. They just went ahead and let me go.
So you drop out of college but continue with a few years in the Army.
Correct. I was in hair school. I went to cosmetology school, but I was missing so many hours. Like, I was in cosmetology school an extra 5 months because I kept going to train with the Army. So I told them it was too much. I wanted to focus on my education with hair.
And did you end up completing cosmetology school?
Yes, I did.
And care to share where you attended for that as well?
Aveda. I went to Aveda. It's a cosmetology school.
Now, let's rewind all the way back. For those in the audience, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in New Jersey, but I moved when I was 6 to Birmingham, Alabama. So I really say I'm from Birmingham because it really don't count.
And where in New Jersey were you born exactly?
I was born in Elizabeth, but we lived in Jersey City. Then we lived in Roselle. But I'll say Jersey City because that's where my mom and them from. That's where we live majority of the time, so Jersey City.
And what was the reason for the move down to Birmingham for you?
My mom's mom, which is my grandma, she's from Alabama. So they will always visit. So my mom wanted to come down to the South her whole life. And New Jersey was just getting a little rough, even though Birmingham is the exact same thing. She just thought it would be better to raise me in the South, which I agree. I love the South better than the North, for sure.
And do you still reside in Birmingham today?
I live in the outskirts of Birmingham, so not technically. I'm about 35 minutes from Birmingham, but yeah, you could say I'm still around.
Do you want to put a name on it?
No.
Now, when it comes to Birmingham, what ages were you raised there exactly for?
From 6 to 23.
And is it a particular Birmingham?
East side of Birmingham.
And that was 6 to 23, east side of Birmingham?
Yeah, the east side of Birmingham. My mama still stay there.
And care to share your current age at this point?
I'm 25.
And your birthday, while you're at it, the month and the day perhaps?
September 18th, I'm a Virgo. Big Virgo.
Now, what was that really like for you, growing up on the east side of Birmingham?
It was cool. I love growing up on the east side. Way better than the west side. You feel me? East side just give you a better vibe.
And what was the top point for you during your upbringing on the east of Birmingham? What was your highest point or most positive moment growing up for you in that area?
I'm gonna say when I first started doing hair on the east side, it was just I just felt the love from the east side, you feel me? Like I had a lot of east side clients pulling up. The east side was just a general point for people. That's when I really felt the most love from the east side. That's when I was like, I love the east side. People be like, you do hair all the way on the east side? What the fuck? Or they be like, yeah, I'm from the east side, I stay there, I'll be there in 5 minutes. It's either they stay 5 minutes away or they stay fucking 40. So.
And what drew you to hair exactly?
I told you I was tired of being broke. And I saw that they was charging them $500 for installs and wigs. And I'm like, y'all making that much money? I could do that. I could do a little curl or the bang. I could do that's easy.
Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what was the bottom point for you during your upbringing on the east side of Birmingham? What was your lowest point or most negative moment growing up in that area for you?
I'm not gonna say it was like a negative moment. My area of the east side that I was raised in, it ain't like no trenches or no shit like that, you feel me? My friends stayed in the trenches. I'll be with them all day, then I'll go back to my comfortable ass house. So I didn't have no motherfucking hard time. We stayed on the good side of the east side. We went in no trenches. So I had fun.
Be that as it may, how were you able to survive that upbringing there?
It was easy to survive shit. I mean, you would hear like the gunshots and shit like that, but I will say growing up in Birmingham, that becomes second nature. Like every single party that I went to damn near got shot up or somebody got the fine. So hearing gunshots or like seeing people fine you pulling up, seeing nonsense, shit like that, that was normal. As long as nobody's shooting up my motherfucking house, we good. Ain't nobody coming over there to shoot shit up.
Now, there are some people who say things like, don't know if I'll make it to see the age of 18.
No, never gave that. I'm not in the motherfucking streets. We leave that for them niggas.